Hello YouTube. Today we have an unboxing here, or pretty much an unpacking from China. I decided that I had some Hitachi drive laying around. I'll actually get the darn thing here. Yeah, my room is a total mess, I know. Just need to find the darn thing. There we go. Currently still in a caddy. This is the drive I pulled from my 2009 MacBook. So I'm gonna use this thing as an external drive. I have no other use for it, so I decided that I'm just gonna put it into a USB enclosure. So this is the packaging that arrived today. It's from dx.com or Deal Extreme. It was whopping $5, $5 US. It's USB 2.0 serial HDD enclosure for 2.5-inch drives. Can't get much simpler than that. But for just $5, well, you can't really go wrong, can you? Now I just need to find a way to actually get this thing open. There we go. Pull the darn thing off. And let's see what is inside. We get in the packaging. We get the enclosure itself, which is plastic, which you would expect for this price. It's USB 2.0 because I'm going to use it for some older systems that don't necessarily use USB 3.0. It's probably going to be my main external drive for things like my Power Mac G5, Power Mac G4, maybe my iBook or whatever. So just for older systems, I might actually partition it in two, so I can actually also use it on a Windows PC if I need to. I need to make a FAT32 or macOS extended. I haven't figured out yet which I'm going to do. I'm probably going to make my other drive. I've got another external drive here. I bought this straight from Western Digital. So this thing is 500 gigs USB 3.0. I'm probably going to reformat that thing for it to be exFAT, so I can use it with modern Mac systems, or my Hackintosh and my MacBook at least, and dedicate this thing for just old Mac systems, so I can use my elements for Windows PCs as well. I'm gonna make that thing exFAT, like I said, so this is gonna probably be macOS extended. Anyway, other things that were included in the packaging are the leather sleeve. Lovely Chinese fake leather. Oh man, that stinks. And the USB cables. Or well, it is one USB port that splits into two. Apparently. That's creative thinking, I must say. See, it's actually two cables that go. Actually, there's one plug that goes into two cables. So it's an interesting design. But I suppose we'll work. We'll figure that out. For now, I'm just gonna put the drive in the enclosure and see if it does anything. That's the first test. Okay, as you can see, the drive is now in. It barely fits. It really fits just about perfectly. Okay, and now the drive is ready for for trying to test it out and see if it actually works. Not quite sure. I really hope it does. Or else, well, it was only $5. I'll order a new one. I don't really care anyway. So let's give it a shot. I just need to get a PC running and see what she does. Okay, so I hooked up the drive to my Power Mac G5. Like I said I would do. I tried to hook it up to one of my PCs here, but I forgot that I had to reload the Windows image on there. So it couldn't even find, what's it called, NTLDR. So while we're going to wait for the Power Mac to boot up, we're going to take another look at the drive. It's pretty clear it's blinking red. I think this LED is red only, so I'm guessing that it's actually going to work. But before we know, we actually gotta have to take a look at the screen of the Power Mac G5 first. Well, it's just taking its time to boot into the OS. There's a new video card for this thing on the way. That X800 didn't quite work, so I'm gonna get a 6800 GT and try and flash that. That's my last attempt. If it doesn't even take that thing, then I'm gonna give up. The disk you insert is not readable by this computer. Oh my, is it exFAT perhaps? I think it is. Then we'll just go to disk utility then. After things I actually have utilities in there. I've got so many SATA programs, I really gotta filter it. And let's see, disk utility, there we go. Let's see. 149.1 gigabyte external, generic external media. Ooh, wow, goody. Yeah, it was actually NTFS. Nuke it. I can actually format it as Windows NT because I have Fuse for installed, so I can actually format things as NT. Okay, let's apply. Partition. This Power Mac G5, of course, has a USB 2.0 controller, so. And it is 160 gigabyte Hitachi drive, so. Everything is being detected perfectly so far. No, Time Machine is for the weak. I don't do backups. Not to local disks anymore. No, thank you. Let's see if we've got something we can transfer to it. Let's see. Sure, why not? Let's copy Age of Empires 2 to the untitled disk. Paste item. Those speeds are somewhat decent. There are a hell of a lot of items, and it's scrolling through them pretty smoothly, actually. I'm impressed. I think this thing will suit me just fine. I'm just going to cancel that. Okay, so now we know that this external enclosure actually works. That's pretty cool. And of course it was nice of Deal Extreme to actually include a leather sleeve, so I can use that thing in the sleeve so it won't freaking damage my computers. That I could because it's cheap plastic, but you know, if you really want just a very basic USB enclosure for a 2.5-inch drive, then this is just fine. I mean, you don't really necessarily need to spend more than $5 because, well, I'm not going to be lugging this around very much, so if it's just going to lay here, then why should I bother to buy something expensive? And it doesn't need external power. It does support it, because that's what this cable is for. It's just external power. If your drive sucks too much power, then the USB port can provide. So that's all just fine. Oops, I accidentally killed it. Oops. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my unboxing and setup video of my new external hard drive. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video somewhat, and I thank you all for watching. In 1080p, of course.